Well, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. The other day I got the last IBC tote full of firewood that we had ready. We're fixing to go through an extremely cold spell. They're calling for record lows, so we need to go ahead and get some more wood, put in some IBC totes just in case Dad needs any or I need any. But we both have at least one full tote of firewood on our porches, so that should be enough to get us through the next couple weeks, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I've got a bunch of hickory wood in my bunk that is split and seasoned, already ready to go. And I would really like to get that wood out of there before I split all this hickory that's laying on the ground and put it in the bunk. Now we did get a little snow last night. Most of it's already melting. Tomorrow night, they're projecting 8 to 10 inches. But this is what we've got ready to go, seasoned. There's, I don't know, probably 4 IBC totes worth in here that we're gonna get picked up. And then we've got all this hickory right out here that we need to get split up and throw it in the bunk. Okay, so we have several IBC totes that are empty, so we got more than enough IBC totes, but some of them have a lot larger opening than others. When I first started getting into IBC totes and cutting the holes in them, I made a lot smaller hole than we need. So I'm gonna take a Sawzall, and the ones that we're gonna be messing with, I'm gonna make sure we have a bigger opening. I've learned with some of these IBC totes, putting them on the back porch, up on the pallet with the casters on it, those smaller holes make it harder for my kids. A lot of times my kids will get the firewood in the evening or during the day, fill up the wood rack in the house, but having that smaller hole, it makes it harder for them to reach in there and get it. So we're gonna open up several more of these, make them bigger. I've got the kids down here with me. They're gonna help throw the wood from the bunk into the totes, and then probably me, my wife, maybe my oldest son, we'll start getting them stacked in there. Now we were just gonna loosely throw wood into the totes, and that is an option. There's nothing wrong with that, but me and the wife both prefer how it looks being stacked in there. Plus you can get a little bit more wood in your IBC tote when you stack it. So I'm gonna get tiny, get a few of these totes moved around over by the bunk. The kids can start throwing some of that stuff in there, then I'll get a couple more of these totes and get the hole opened up on them. So hopefully here you can see what I'm talking about. This tote is opened up quite a bit more than this tote. These are some of the first ones I did. I only cut that little square out of them. Being up on a pallet with casters, it's kind of hard. I mean, it's hard for me to even reach in there and get some of them, so there's no reason in doing that. We're gonna cut out another section on each side and then another section down at the bottom. Okay, since it is a little cool, the kids are getting cold, we're gonna go ahead and set up a burn barrel down here in the wood yard. Kind of should have a burn barrel down here anyways, just burn scrap, so we're gonna go ahead and get it out of the side by side and put over here so everyone can warm themselves. Oh, where should we set it up at?
Close by where we're working.
By where you're gonna do with all the smoke and everything.
Probably about right there then.
Let's just set it up right over here like you said. Then yeah, if you get cold, just come over here and warm it up. Most of these noodles are wet because they've been on the ground.
I do, Daddy. I do.
We're making some wood.
What?
Yeah.
No, what?
Yeah.
Boo-boo.
It's cold. Are you cold?
No, cold.
You're not cold? See if we can use a little persuasion. Hey, back up, kids. Back up. Go, sis. Okay, well, the wife and kids have already got one tote full, so I'm gonna get this thing moved out of the way, and I'm gonna bring 2 more totes over here, and we got to still make the opening bigger so it's easier for the kids and the wife to get in there. So that's what we're gonna do now. Joe, the steering wheel knob's really nice. Okay, so you guys can see this opening, a whole lot smaller. So we're gonna end up coming back over here and down one more and up and take all that out of there. Sawzall is the best way I found to cut into these IBC totes. I've used angle grinders with cutoff discs, and this works way better. All right, everyone, that was just a quick little chore that we needed to get done. Really needed to get all of this wood out of there. A lot of this stuff is, it needed to be put up because it needs burnt sooner than later. Most of that other stuff that's sitting on the ground, kind of the same situation. It's not in real awful shape. It still needs split up, and some of the centers of that old hickory are still gonna be moist, so it still needs to be split and it still needs to dry some. All of this, it's ready to go now. We split this, I think last summer, somewhere in there, but most of this, it looked like some termites had started getting into some of the firewood. That's fine, that's part of it. That was the first time using a bunk. I like the bunk, but I think having cows, my bunk's kind of shifted a little. The cows like going up there and rubbing on it. I think if I had a bunk, I would need to fill it sooner than later, so it would have all that mass there, so when the cows do rub on it, it doesn't shift the entire thing one way or the other. But overall, I do like having the bunk. I think a conveyor is key. If you're gonna produce a lot of firewood and you need some place to put it just to hold it, bunk's your ticket for sure. But we didn't quite get 3 IBC totes. I think if we wouldn't have had a taller one, we would have had 3 full IBC totes. So it's close to 3 rick of wood, not quite, but it'll be more than enough. I doubt we're even gonna burn this winter. This next week's, like I said, it's gonna be cold, and I don't think me and Dad each are gonna go through another complete IBC tote full of firewood. So the totes that we have on our back porch, I think will get us through winter. It's about mid-February right now. Once we get late March, we're pretty safe here in Northeast Oklahoma, but I have seen it extremely cold in March before. So once we get through that hump, another month basically, then we're clear and we'll be right on into springtime, which I'm really looking forward to. But anyways, everyone, really hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.